watched you pack your boxes in the middle of the night. You moved with such a quiet, steady pace. I stood there like a shadow, just staying out of sight, while you erased the history from this space. The lease was up on Sunday, you were gone by Tuesday noon, like we were just a phase you had to pass. But I'm still stuck here humming to our old and dusty tune, watching through the windows of the glass. They say the time is money, but it's mostly just a thief, stealing back the seconds that I gave. And even though you're miles away, I'm dying of belief, building monuments upon a quiet grave. 'Cause I loved you longer than you stayed. I'm still counting days you already mislaid. You were just a chapter, I was the whole book. I'm still tethered to the very first look. The calendar is moving, but my heart is still delayed. Yeah, I loved you longer than you stayed. I see you in the city with a coffee in your hand, looking like you never missed a beat, like we were in a castle made of shifting desert sand, like you did walk right off my street. I wonder if you're happy or if you just forgot the way we used to talk until the dawn. I'm still untangling the tangled, messy knot of every little dream that's come and gone. Is it easy to just unknow a name, to walk through the fire and not feel the flame? I'm still the keeper of the secrets you told, while you're out there trading our silver for gold. 'Cause I loved you longer than you stayed. I'm still counting days you already mislaid. You were just a chapter, I was the whole book. I'm still tethered to the very first look. The calendar is moving, but my heart is still delayed. Yeah, I loved you longer than you stayed. Your bags are gone, your keys on the table, but my love is still sitting in the chair, waiting for a ghost, blowing smoke into the air. I loved you longer, I loved you longer than you were ever really there. It started with a text that you didn't reply to, a little less I love you, and a little more I'm tired. The coffee went cold while we sat in the kitchen, ignoring the gaps in the life we were stitching. It wasn't a landslide, it wasn't a crash, just the slow, quiet cooling of fire to ash. We didn't notice the leak in the boat, we just kept on trying to stay afloat. But the water was rising inch by slow inch, while we lost our grip in the final pinch. We fell apart slowly, like leaves in the fall. One day we had plenty, then nothing at all. It wasn't a moment, it wasn't a scream, just a steady unraveling of a two-person dream. By the time that we noticed, the thread was all gone. We'd been living in shadows for far too long. Now your side of the closet is gathering dust, and the us that we built is covered in rust. I look at our photos and I can't find a day when your heart decided to wander away. Was it June? Was it August? Did I miss the sign? Or were we just breaking one brick at a time? I would have fought for a sudden disaster, but how do you fix what's just fading out faster? You can't catch the smoke when the flame is all out. You can't find the truth in a lingering doubt. We fell apart slowly, like leaves in the fall. One day we had plenty, then nothing at all. It wasn't a moment, it wasn't a scream, just a steady unraveling of a two-person dream. By the time that we noticed, the thread was all gone. We'd been living in shadows for far too long. Drip by drip, day by day, we watch the forever just wither away. No big goodbye, no final scene, just the quiet space where we used to be. We fell apart slowly, until we were apart. I kept your name in my phone like a living thing. I wore your promise like a ghost of a ring. When you started pulling your hand from my grip, I just tightened my hold, I let my heart slip. You were speaking in endings and if and then when, but I was busy planning our always again. I built a wall out of every I love you, you said, to drown out the warnings and the things that you fled. The writing was etched in the dust on the shelf, but I lied to the mirror and I lied to myself. I saw the suitcase you kept by the stairs and told myself you were just making repairs. I ignored the goodbye while it stood in the room. I was planting a garden in the middle of doom. You were halfway out, I was pulling you in, refusing to lose what I couldn't begin. I turned up the music to cover the sound of the world that we built coming down to the ground. Yeah, I ignored the goodbye until I was the only one left. I made 2 plates for a dinner you missed. I stayed on the side of the mouth that you kissed. Every we need to talk was a not right now. I was protecting the broken down vow. I watched the light leave your eyes like a fire and treated the ashes like a burning desire. I was the captain of a sinking ship with a smile on my face and a lie on my lip. How do you miss what is staring you down? How do you dance while you're starting to drown? I thought if I didn't acknowledge the end, I could force the broken pieces to bend. I ignored the goodbye while it stood in the room. I was planting a garden in the middle of doom. You were halfway out, I was pulling you in, refusing to lose what I couldn't begin. I turned up the music to cover the sound of the world that we built coming down in a cloud. Yeah, I ignored the goodbye until I was the only one left. Now the silence is screaming. Now the over is real. Now I'm touching the parts that I refuse to feel. I heard it, I saw it, I knew it was true. I just ignored the goodbye because I couldn't ignore loving you. I'm reaching for your ghost in the middle of the night, but I'm only grabbing shadows, I'm only grabbing light. I used to hold your world right here in my palm, a steady pulse of us that kept the weather calm. Now I'm walking through the grocery store, staring at the shelf, trying to remember how to carry just myself. There's no heavy bags, no weight upon my skin, but I've never felt more burdened by the state I'm in. I've got nothing to hold, nothing to keep, except for the secrets I tell while I sleep. The space between my fingers feels like a canyon wide, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I've got empty hands and a full heart of heartache, counting every promise that you managed to break. My arms are so light, but my chest is so laid, tied to the ghost of the things that you said. It's a heavy kind of hollow, a crowded kind of lone. I'm standing in a desert on a crumbling throne, with empty hands and a full heart of heartache. I try to pick up hobbies, I try to pick up glass, watching all the hours and the minutes slowly pass. But my hands don't know the motion of a life without your grip. I'm a sailor on a deck of a dry and dusty ship. I'm looking for a burden, I'm looking for a chore, anything to stop me from staring at the door. The silence is a weight that I wasn't trained to bear, while I'm reaching out for someone who's no longer there. They say that less is more, but they've never felt this void, the structural integrity of everything destroyed. I trade this freedom for a cage. If you were inside, I'd take the heavy lifting over, nowhere left to hide. I've got empty hands and a full heart of heartache, counting every promise that you managed to break. My arms are so light, but my chest is so laid, tied to the ghost of the things that you said. It's a heavy kind of hollow, a crowded kind of lone. I'm standing in a desert on a crumbling throne, with empty hands and a full heart of heartache. Nothing to carry, nowhere to go, just a feverish heart with a heavy dark load. So much love left over and nowhere for it to land, just a full heart of heartache and an empty, shaking hand. my borders to make room for yours. I locked my windows and opened your doors. I traded my hobbies for things you enjoyed, filling my spaces with your quiet voice. I stopped seeing friends who didn't fit in your weed, till I forgot there was ever me. I was a canvas you painted in gray, while I washed all my favorite colors away. I put your happiness up on a shelf, while I let my own gather dust by itself. I was the anchor and I was the rope, giving you everything, including my hope. I chose you over myself every single time. I made your mountains my only steep climb. I fed your fire while I froze in the snow, letting my own spirit wither and go. I was a safety net for every fall, until I had nothing left for me at all. Yeah, I chose you over myself, and I lost us both. Now I'm a stranger in my own skin, wondering where I'm supposed to begin. I don't know my coffee or my favorite song. I've been your shadow for way too long. I excused every slight and I swallowed the hurt, treating my own worth like it was just dirt. I was a lighthouse that burned out its light, trying to keep your ship safe in the night. What a heavy price for love that didn't stay, to give up my soul just to ask you to stay. I'm picking up pieces of a girl I once knew, before she was buried under the weight of you. I chose you over myself every single time. I made your mountains my only steep climb. I fed your fire while I froze in the snow, letting my own spirit wither and go. I was a safety net for every fall, until I had nothing left for me at all. Yeah, I chose you over myself, and I lost us both. I'm coming back to the surface, I'm learning to breathe. I'm finding the parts of me you couldn't leave. No more you first, no more me last. I'm leaving that version of us in the past. I chose you, but now I'm choosing me. I'm still tracing patterns on your side of the bed, while you're already miles inside of your head. I'm buying the coffee you don't even drink, watching us drift while I'm starting to sink. I ask how your day was, you give me a shrug. I'm reaching for fire, you're pulling the rug. I'm shouting forever into the abyss, but I'm met with a ghost and a cold, hollow kiss. How did we get here? How did we start? the ceiling, you're letting it fall. 'Cause you stopped trying and I kept loving. I'm pushing for us while you're busy shoving. I'm fixing the cracks, you're breaking the glass, waiting for memories to turn into past. It's a one-sided war and I'm losing the fight. You turned out the sun and left me the night. Yeah, you stopped trying, but I kept loving you. I dressed up for dinner, you stayed in your shirt. I offered my heart, you offered me hurt. I'm looking for we in the words that you say, but you're already planning your big getaway. The silence is louder than any old scream. I'm waking up solo from a two-person dream. Is it easy for you to just let it rust, to turn all our gold into handfuls of dust? I'm still the girl who believed in the spark, but you're just a stranger who's fond of the dark. Yeah, you stopped trying and I kept loving. I'm pushing for us while you're busy shoving. I'm fixing the cracks, you're breaking the glass, waiting for memories to turn into past. It's a one-sided war and I'm losing the fight. You turned out the sun and left me the night. Yeah, you stopped trying, but I kept loving you. My hands are so tired from holding on tight while you're letting go without even a fight. I kept loving until there was nothing left to love. We were standing on the edge of a once-in-a-lifetime, building a home out of maybe and soon. I had the dress picked out in the back of my mind, and a dance saved for us by the light of the moon. We were so close to the finish, so close to the vow, but almost is a weight that I'm carrying now. The ink was dry on the letter I never sent. The I-dos were waiting, but the I-don'ts were spent. I was halfway down the aisle in my But I woke up to a cold and empty bed instead. I was almost yours for the rest of my life. Almost a ghost, almost a wife. 1 second away from the happily ever before you decided on never over together. Now I'm haunted by the ghost of the ring in your drawer, and the almost that I'm not anymore. I see the life we didn't live in the steam on the glass, the kids with your eyes that will never come to pass, the dog in the yard, the keys on the hook, the final 3 words in our unfinished book. You stopped the clock when it was just about to chime and left me stranded in a once upon a time. Is there a place for the dreams that don't breathe? For the girl who was ready but forced to leave? I'm a heart, baby, ever from a permanent thing. Now I'm just a bird with a clipped off wing. I was almost yours for the rest of my life. Almost a ghost, almost a wife. 1 second away from the happily ever before you decided on they're over together there. Now I'm haunted by the ghost of the ring in your drawer, and the almost that I'm not anymore. So close I could taste the cake on my tongue, so close to the song that we never quite sung. Almost forever, almost for keeps. Now it's just a promise that nobody seeks. I was almost yours. I'm wearing long sleeves in the heat of July, not to hide from the sun, but to hide from the light. It wasn't your hands that left marks on my skin, it was the weight of the silence you wrapped me up in. Every knot now was a blow to the chest, every cold shoulder put my heart to the test. I'm checking the mirror for what I can't see, the colorful map of what you did to me. There's no yellow or purple, no swelling or red, just the ache in my bones and the ghosts in my head. You didn't use force, no, you used your neglect to ruin the parts of me I should protect. You're the left bruises all over my soul, dark heavy patches where I used to be whole. I'm black and I'm blue in the places it counts, from when you speak, even when you are kind, 'cause I'm waiting for fine to leave me behind. You have a way of making me feel small, like a picture you're ready to peel off the wall. The internal bleeding is harder to heal when you spend every day trying not to feel. I'm a walking disaster of almost and wise, with a permanent shadow behind both my eyes. Will they ever fade out? Will they turn into scars? Or will I keep carrying these invisible bars? I'm tender and aching and broken in two, and the hardest part is I got them from you. Your love left bruises all over my soul, dark heavy patches where I used to be whole. I'm black and I'm blue in the places it counts, from the tiny rejections in massive amounts. You hit me with nothing until I was sore, and now I can't tell who I am anymore. Yeah, your love left bruises, and they're still tender to the touch. They don't see the damage, they don't see the marks, they don't see the girl falling down in the dark. But I feel the pressure, I feel the pain. I'm wearing your memory like a dark purple stain. Your love left bruises, and I'm still black and blue. I'm looking at the girl in the Polaroid frame. She's got a different glow, she's got a different name. She laughed without checking the exits first. She didn't know how a heart could thirst. I see the way she's leaning into your side, with nothing to fear and nothing to hide. Now I'm just a stranger in her favorite jeans, wondering what happy actually means. It's not just your hoodie I'm missing tonight, or the way that you held me when nothing was right. I'm grieving a version of me that is gone, the one who was certain before the cold dawn. I miss who I was when I was with you, the girl who believed that forever was true. She was braver and kinder, she stood a bit tall. She didn't expect the world to just fall. You took more than memories when you walked away. You took the best part of me that wanted to stay. Yeah, I miss the girl that I used to be, when you were the mirror reflecting her back to me. Now I'm cautious and quiet, I'm guarded and gray. I triple check everything people might say. I've lost that light-footed way that I moved before I had so much that needed to be proved. I'm a jagged-edged puzzle with pieces missing, tired of waking and tired of wishing I could find the girl who could dream in the dark before you went out and you took every spark. Can I get her back, or is she your ghost? The person I loved and I needed the most. Was she only real because you were there, or is she still hiding under my hair? I miss who I was now that we are both done. I miss her, I miss us, but mostly I miss the way I used to trust. I miss who I was with you. We built a house on the fall line of maybe. We planted seeds in the frost of the spring. I called you forever, you called me your baby, while time was already unraveling the string. The bags were all packed before we even knew it. The ink was fading on every page. We had the heart, but we couldn't get through it. Two birds trying to sing in a whiting cage. It wasn't for lack of the fire or the feeling. It wasn't a choice that we made in the dark. But some things are born with a low-hanging ceiling, and some fires are destined to lose their spark. It was a love that couldn't stay no matter the cost. A beautiful treasure that was born to be lost. We held on so tight that our fingers went numb, but we couldn't stop the goodbye from where it had come. Like a sunset in winter, or a wave on the sand, it slipped through the cracks of my reaching hand. Yeah, it was a love that couldn't stay. I look at the space where you used to be sleeping, and I don't feel anger, I just feel the hollow. There's a certain kind of it's over that's keeping me from the path that I know I should follow. You were a season I wasn't prepared for, a high-speed train that was passing my gate. You were everything that I lived and I cared for, but you were a guest and you couldn't be late. Don't ask me to fix it, don't ask me to fight. You can't talk the sun into staying the night. Some loves are meant to be light for a moment before they return to the wind and the light. It was a love that couldn't stay no matter the cost. A beautiful treasure that was born to be lost. We held on so tight that our fingers went numb, but we couldn't stop the goodbye from where it had come. Like a sunset in winter, or a wave on the sand, it slid through the cracks of my reaching hand. that couldn't stay. It had a suitcase, it had an expiration date. It was a masterpiece painted on a closing gate. I loved you for the time I was allowed, but you were a shadow and I was a cloud, a love that couldn't stay. Checking the signal, I'm checking the time, counting the hours since you were mine. You're only a room away, maybe a floor, but I've never felt further from your door. I'm reaching for words you're choosing to hide, while I'm drowning in everything kept inside. It's not the miles that are tearing us down, it's the way that you're silent when I'm around. You didn't have to leave to be gone, you didn't have to wait for the dawn to walk out the door or hop on a plane. You left me right here in the pouring rain, 'cause your distance broke me before you I'm a ghost in your hallway, a blur in your sight. You're sleeping beside me, but losing the light. I tried to bridge it, I tried to climb, but I'm just a waste of your precious time. The I love you sound like a script you just read, while I'm hanging on every word that you said. Is there a map for the static between us, a way back to when the world hadn't seen us? Or is the gap just too wide to be crossed? Am I just a girl who's already lost? 'Cause your distance broke me before you ever left. I was already mourning, a victim of theft. You went cold in the marrow, you went dark in the eyes, long before we said our final goodbyes. I felt the space grow, I felt the ice thirst. The heart walked away, and it broke me first. Before the goodbye, before the it's over, before the slamming door, I was already broken, I was already yours, but you weren't there anymore. Your distance battery down to 0%, trying to figure out where the better went. I gave up my Sundays, I gave up my pride, just to keep you from drifting away with the tide. I ignored every red flag waving in the wind, counting your virtues while I wore myself thin. I poured every drop into a bucket with a hole, and let your heavy silence take a toll on my soul. I thought if I gave more, you'd finally see the version of us that you promised to be. But I crossed the border of good and enough, and lost myself trying to handle the rough. I love you past my limits, I love you past the edge. I climbed over the railing and I jumped off the ledge. I broke my own rules just to keep you in place. Now I'm staring at a stranger with a familiar face. I went further than I should have, I stayed way too long. Now I'm paying the price for a love that went wrong. I'm looking in the mirror and I don't know her name, the girl who set herself on fire just to feed your flame. I excused every lie, I absorbed every blow, because I was too scared to let the almost go. My heart is an engine that's finally stalled, after answering every single time that you called. There's a line you don't cross if you wanna survive, but I crossed it 1,000 times just to feel alive. I traded my peace for a seat at your table. Now I'm standing here shaking and barely stable. I love you past my limits, I love you past the edge. I climbed over the railing and I jumped off the ledge. I broke my own rules just We turned every stone, we exhausted the wise, with circles of purple beneath both our eyes. We went to the therapy, read every book, but we couldn't get back the old way that we looked. I squeezed till my knuckles were white as a sheet, trying to force two wrong pieces to meet. We stayed in the ring through the 12th final round, just two tired fighters who fell to the ground. There's no what if left in the back of my mind. There isn't a stone that we didn't unwind. We didn't give up, no, we gave it our all, until there was nothing left standing at all. We tried until it hurt, we fought until we bled, we followed the heart till it ran out of thread. It wasn't for lack of the effort or tears. We spent all our hope and we used up our years. But you can't fix a glass that's been ground into dust. Yeah, we tried until it hurt, then we did what we must. My throat is still raw from the things that I screamed, and you're just a shell of the man that you dreamed. We've hollowed ourselves out to make enough room to keep this thing breathing inside of a tomb. The kindest thing left is to just let it go, 'cause trying is all that we currently know. We're addicted to fixing what's too far away, and I'm tired of bleeding for one more okay. Is there a trophy for losing this well, for dragging each other through this kind of hell? We've got the scars and the stories to prove that we didn't leave till we had nothing to move. We tried until it hurt, we fought until we bled, we followed the heart till it ran out of thread. It wasn't for lack of the effort or tears. We spent all our hope and we used up our years. But you can't fix a glass that's been ground into dust. Yeah, we tried until it hurt, then we did what we must. Now the white flag is waving, the engine is dry. There's nothing left to do but say the goodbye. We tried, then we tried, until the trying was the only thing left that died. I'm breathing in, but I'm not catching the air. I'm sitting here, but I'm not really there. You took the color, and you took the sound. Then you left my heartbeat scattered on the ground. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a shadow in the hall, leaning my weight against a paper-thin wall. You did a surgery without any numb. Now I'm just waiting for the feeling to come. You didn't finish the job, you didn't end the spark. You just left me flickering here in the dark, like a bird with one wing, or a clock with no gears. I'm just a collection of salt and of fears. You left me half alive, you left me mid-sentence, with my final word and no sign of repentance. I'm stuck in the when I'm half asleep. I'm drowning in water that's only knee-deep. I try to move forward, but I'm pulled to the past by 1,000 small anchors you intentionally cast. I see my reflection, and I don't see a home, just a tattered up version of a beautiful soul. You took the yes, and you left me the why, leaving me just enough breath not to die. Is this a mercy, or is this a curse, to be lingering here while the world gets worse? If you were gonna kill it, you should have been brave, instead of leaving me halfway to the grave. You left me half alive, you left me mid-sentence, with no final word and no sign of repentance. I'm stuck in the almost, I'm trapped in between the most painful sight that you ever seen. Half of my soul is still walking with you, while the rest of me's fading to a dark shade of blue. Yeah, you didn't let me go, and you didn't let me thrive. You just walked out the door and left me half alive. I'm a flicker, I'm a fragment, I'm a heart that's only beating for the ghost of it. Not quite gone, not quite here, just a whisper in the wind that nobody can hear. Half alive, yeah, you left me half alive. The key's on the counter, the door is half shut. We carved out a canyon, we left a deep rut. It's not just an absence of sound in this room, it's a living, breathing, echoing tune. The phone stopped vibrating, the texts are all done. We finished the race that we never should run. I'm scared of the quiet, the space you once filled, by the ghost of the words that we chose to build. We used to have static, we used to have noise, a beautiful cacophony of two people's voice. Now the air is so heavy you could cut it with a knife. This must be the sound of the end of a life. The silence after us is the saddest song, the permanent proof that we love too strong. It sings me to sleep, it wakes me at dawn, a terrible anthem since you have been gone. It's louder than screaming, it's deeper than pain. The silence after us, driving me insane. The clock on the wall ticks louder and slower. we buried keeps growing lower. I can hear the fridge humming, I can hear the street rain, I can hear every crack in the window pane. I miss the fights, I miss the door slam, I miss the who are you and this is who I am. Anything's better than this heavy dead air, the tangible weight of you not being there. Is it this quiet at your place too? Does it scream my name? Does it torture you? Or did you find a way to turn down the sound while I'm lost in the quiet that we finally found? The silence after us is the saddest song, the permanent proof that we love too strong. It sings me to sleep, it wakes me at dawn, a terrible anthem since you have been gone. It's louder than screaming, it's deeper than pain. The silence after us, driving me insane. Listen, hear the end of our story. It's quiet, so terribly quiet. Just the silence after us, and nothing else at all.